than it did to men. So in other words, men, it wasn't as important to. It's sort of an issue about women. We're judged more on our looks than we are on what's up.
No, it was no.
Wasn't like
that's
that.
not true. No,
No, okay, same thing.
Men and
to
women.
get opportunity, you had
about opportunity, and certainly the whole passing thing. That's a whole nother subject. The passing thing, but the thing about passing, for those that pass, and Lita was saying this for her family. Once you pass, the decision to pass means you giving up your whole entire family. That you can never go back. Because you all understand that, right? Because if you're passing, you just can't have your black mother show up. You just cannot explain 4 black women in your kitchen all of a sudden. Well, I experienced this early when I was shifted from one parent to the other, and I came to live in Milwaukee with my mother, who was rooming with a lady, and my mother has another daughter, so I have a half sister who was light-skinned and younger than I, and they were allowed to stay inside the house, and I was forced to sleep outside in the hallway because I was the brown-skinned person. And my mother did it just because otherwise we'd have no place to sleep. But the place was owned by a white, not white, but I thought she was white, Ms. Miller, who also passed and just didn't want the brown-skinned child in her house. It's just really racism passed on to ourselves. That's what it really is in a very strong way. And the issue of black men, you were asking a question about, that is a completely different story. I don't even know how to begin, because the thing that I think we have never been able to get across in this country, and I've done hundreds of shows on it and just gave up trying to explain it, is that the reason why racism still exists and the reason why you have the breakdown in the family still today, the reason that the prisons are filled with, predominantly black men, is because of what happened 100 years ago. Men were not allowed to be with their families, were not allowed to even stay and take care of their families. And because they felt so helpless and so hopeless, many of them just disappeared.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. Probably sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
You know what I'm saying? That.
Yeah.
What it do? What it do?
Saturday on a Saturday night.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, and we live.
Good to politics. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
Man, oh man.
Whew. Let
me take these shades off and put on my glasses so I can see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. man, where you get that from? Because Oprah got some shit with her.
She got some shit with her.
Oprah got some shit with her. That's the first time I heard that one that her mama was trying to pass and made her black ass sleep out in the hallway.
And that's my first time here. She had a light-skinned sister.
And she had a light-skinned sister, and that was allowed to come in the house. So basically, what she did was she called her sister a house nigga on TV.
Yes, she did.
That's what she said. She said my sister was a house nigga, and my mama, who tried to pass, was white. I guess she was light-skinned it too. Made me sleep out in the hallway because she didn't want no black ass people. Now she wants your fat ass in the house. You eating up every damn thing. That was your problem, Oprah.
That was funny. You're right. I never heard her say that before. You're right.
Let me tell you something. Oprah, it's like everything in the world Oprah done been through. It ain't nothing Oprah ain't done been through.
I know. Motherfuckers stop making up shit after a while. Like,
right. Oprah, remember the chick came on there and was talking about she was smoking crack, and then Oprah I did your drug. I was a crackhead too. What is going on here? As Ric Flair would say, what's causing all this? You know,
Ric
I mean,
Flair.
Oh man, I ain't never seen no shit like this. Oprah say, my sister was light skinned, and she was a house duck.
Light skinned.
Light skinned. She one of them light skinned blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what the? Oh man, hey.
I don't even remember saying it before. To be honest with you.
I ain't never heard that one before.
Me either.
Plus, I stopped listening to Oprah when she came out talking about she was told a woman that she was a crackhead too. I did your drug. I was damn. You was the big fattest ass crackhead I ever seen in my life. The fuck kind of crack you was smoking?
making up stories. She was.
I think she do.
She was doing that shit before internet. She was looking for black.
Yeah, and you know Tyler Perry do the same shit too, because ain't shit that went wrong in the world that ain't happened to him.
Her and Wendy Williams. Clout chasers.
Oh yeah, well we can see Wendy Williams fucked up. Wendy Williams all fucked up.
I think Oprah invented that clout chasing shit.
Yeah, because she she was tracing that clout, but she caught it. The white women just love her. Well, Oprah said, I don't give a fuck what Oprah said.
Yeah, I remember they was every word came out of her mouth was God.
Oh man. I swear. Look, I tell people all the time, it's 66 books in the Bible, and not one of them is the book of Oprah.
Best believe it.
And I read all 66 of them. Hey, Oprah Winfrey is not mentioned in the Bible. You show me where. I'll pay you $1 million I ain't got.
Yeah. If everybody wasn't with us, I think our last episode, we went over some things like misleaders. You know what I'm saying? That had the top 5 of those foods. You know what I'm saying?
Top 5. Top
So,
5 of them shady
so
characters.
we got misleaders and we got bigot lovers, you know what I'm saying, on this podcast. And anybody that offend them have issues with us.
Hey, and one person is a bigot lover and a misleader.
We noticed that. We got some person that came over on both lists.
One person, and it's the last person a lot of people in this world would think would be a bigot lover and a misleader. Wow. You know, if you listen to shit that came out his mouth, if you listen to his albums and shit, you know.
We ain't playing that either. He ended up with both lists.
That's what happened. And this to all my people out there. That's what happened when you do a deep dive. You ain't no telling what the hell you gonna find. and who the hell you gonna find down there doing it.
Bullshit, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And we don't care who you are. He my prime example to let y'all know. We don't fuck who you is.
Don't give a fuck.
We'll
I don't care who you are. We'll get your ass. We will find you. We will seek you out.
For sure.
And we will blow your ass up.
Now everybody understand what misleaders is. Got a little 35-second clip I want y'all to listen to real quick.
Black folk rise in America. It's been rough, tough, used like a mule, whipped like animals, sex toys, baby makers, babysitters, raped and passed around state to state like trash, segregation, Jim Crow. Progress over the decades has been made with help from all walks of life in this fight. But the wrong message, the wrong role is to say they all the same. I don't vote. It doesn't matter. If you muddy the waters between love and equality, bigotry and hate, you are a misleader.
Now that's for everybody that didn't know what a misleader is. Now it's real clear. If you fall on the side of anything you got to do with bigotry, racism.
And
if you mislead anybody into that
and misleading our people down a wrong path,
you're gonna have a problem with us.
We're gonna find you, we're gonna catch you, we're gonna call you out.
and sniff. And
and
then on top of that, we want that debate too. If you feel strongly about
right.
what you
And
feel like, how you feel, we want that.
And I was about to say that, but
Podcast
I'm
wars.
glad you said that. And if you don't like it, we got an open no door policy. So come on in. As they do with the Red Roof Inn, come on in. We'll leave the light on for you.
Pod wars. Podcast wars, nigga.
Yeah. Oh shit. That might be a new segment.
You know? Finding somebody to tap on. Come on this joint. We're ready to debate this thing up and down because we serious about this issue. You know what I'm saying? Anything in the culture, black culture, we there. We there to defend that and make sure it's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, y'all can't be out here just, you know, telling our people anything, you know, because a lot of our people are ignorant. And you know, I ain't saying y'all ignorant in a bad way. I'm using ignorance in the form of that you just don't know, you know. But then again, a lot of y'all don't know because you don't know because you don't want to know.
That's true. That's the key thing right there. You can't put no information in that domes.
Right. Some of y'all we can't tell shit. You know, we trying to tell y'all them niggas don't know what they talking about. Then again, yes we do.
We've been shocked on how many people still will vote for Trump.
Oh man, this is hey.
Here, motherfucker. Not even the whole list we already had for him. Now he a motherfucking traitor to a country on top of that.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, he just
and you still will get a vote for
the
that.
Dude is
wow.
the dude is stealing state secrets and taking them to his house. Man, it don't get no
anybody can stand mouth at this point to defend this clown. You need some help, bro.
Or your ass whooped.
Fuck what you heard. I don't give a fuck. You white, you're a bigot, you're a racist. At this point, there's no way you can defend this fool.
Because put it like this: if the things he had in his little storage closet in Mar-a-Lago, if those things was getting out of hand, getting to the wrong hands, hey, I don't give a fuck. Like my man say, if you're a bigot, you're a racist, you don't give a fuck about this, you don't give a fuck about that. If that stuff getting into the wrong hand, we all fucked.
Exactly.
So it don't matter what you is or who you support, who you don't support.
We just we want peace, prosperity, and our black people to be free to do that too. You know what I'm saying? That's all we asking for.
Right. In my case, you know, I want what Don Cornelius want. I want love, peace, and soul. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's all we ask for. We ask for the whole lot.
We don't ask too much.
You
know, y'all don't listen to Chuck Brown. I don't want to be a millionaire. I just want my proper share.
Yeah, shout out to Chuck Brown Day too. Yeah.
Yes, you know, shout out to the Godfather, and I miss him so much. You know, that was my shot
of soul.
Godfather, the groove.
Now, one of the reporters on CNN came up with their logic on why this Bama took all this shit to his house, right?
Oh yeah, I see that.
I want y'all to listen to this for a minute. Yeah. Now listen to me. This is CNN. It's just a news station. It's a person talking on that joint. I don't give a fuck who she is, but she just made a good point. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to listen to it and see what y'all think. You know what I'm saying, though? Now, at this point in time, I have no fucking idea what will make a person take all this shit from the White House. Like, I don't know. You know, like a child would take some shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to just keep shit.
I mean, what the fuck? You thought it was souvenirs?
That's what I'm thinking of. That's about the only thing I can think of.
Oh, they had some souvenirs and shit.
Selling that shit. He probably motherfucker think about selling that shit.
Hey, don't. But y'all got to listen to this because this is some deep shit, and this tells you the character and what's on this dude's mind.
True. All right, here we go. Just reporter.
We know that he was telling advisors when he was resisting giving these things back, they're mine, it's mine, and so forth. So that's always one possibility. The other is that he, sees, and well, one other is that
Hey,
he
y'all
sees
out
some
there.
advantage. And
If
whether
y'all
that
ain't
is
into
something that makes
politics,
him
y'all need to take a
aggrandized
few
or
minutes of
bigger,
your
or
time
whether
to
it's
check
he
out
can
the shit
see it
that's
as
going in the world,
leverage of
because
some
this shit
kind.
is serious.
You
This
have to
shit is
consider that
deep, and this
possibility.
shit
There's
affects
a
you.
lot we still don't know. But Trump, throughout his presidency, acted as if there
And
was
I
no
want to
difference
shout out
between
my man
himself and the
Rollo
government,
at
and his
Arnon
company.
Auto
It was all
Salon
one
out
big
there.
plan.
Yeah.
When I
If
was,
you need your
we've
car
talked about this
fixed,
before. When
he'll
I
fix it for you.
went to his
And do your
apartment to
shit
interview
and do
him
you
long
right.
ago, I was obsessed. He had this fake Renoir painting. It's a famous Renoir painting, Renoir Two Sisters. It's a very valuable painting if it's real. This is the fake he had in his house, and it's a pretty bad fake because I pulled up the original and I looked at the original right next to it. The real one's in the Art Institute of Chicago, but he swears that is the real one. He has continued to push that for a long time. Is that sort of in that same vein of like he just likes to show off stuff that he has?
Yeah, I mean, look, again, part
What?
of the me aspect of this is self-aggrandizement. And so claiming a Renoir that you're able to pretty easily tell looking at the internet is not real, is part of that self-aggrandizement. That could absolutely be what this was.
These
But
are real documents.
Right. These are real documents, and we don't know why he had them. And we do know that he was being told to give them back repeatedly, and it took many, many months in 2021, and then he finally sent back some, but not all. And so there was a much longer fight. I don't want to sound as if we're minimizing the potential harm or potential law breaking or anything else in saying that he simply treated this all as if it was about himself. And then where it went from that, we don't know.
You've also reported on how this is sort of emblematic of, in general, how he dealt with documents. I mean, flushing them down the toilet, wrecking them up.
Yes, I mean, he was sloppy.
Oh,
I mean, there was,
hey.
Oh,
documents
wait,
would
wait.
be ripped up. There were people who had to go through
Pause.
the trash or go through the floor and
Yeah, I
tape them
think you
back
need to
together and
pause
tape
that.
them
Hold up,
to the staff
what?
secretary so that
Yeah,
they
you
could
need
be
to pause
looked at,
that right
because,
there.
documents would be ripped up. There were people who would have to go through his trash or go through the floor and tape them back together and give them to the staff secretary so that they could be looked at to see whether they had to be preserved under the Presidential Records Act, which has existed since, after Nixon, when Nixon wanted to leave the White House with documents and tapes, and then it became law. And Trump is supposed to be abiding by that. He never wanted to. He would take classified material or try to up to the residence. John Kelly, the second White House chief of staff, tried really hard to keep him from doing that. I think that some of those constraints that Kelly tried putting in place, Trump definitely bristled at, and it's not clear to me what it looked like by 2020.
Politically,
Bruh.
Look at it.
She said my man flushed shit down the toilet,
Yeah.
tore shit up, threw it in trash. What the? People had to go behind him and tape it up.
Hey, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago that
Hustle that shit back together.
the dude handled shit all kind of way. They was burning. They burnt a whole bunch of papers in the White House fireplace, which nobody. I think somebody know what it was, but nobody mentioned exactly what he threw in the fireplace at the White House. That he was flushing shit down the toilet. He was ripping shit up. Now we know he's taking shit to Mar-a-Lago. He hiding shit. He hoarding papers. Man, this dude. Hey.
Wow.
He just fast and loose and don't care about shit that he's supposed to care about. But flushing it down the toilet, throwing it in the fireplace, man, it's not a good look.
I can imagine being a secretary or something around him. He's just like a babysitter in this joint. Like, bruh, you too old. What are you doing? Why you gotta go behind him and get the papers out the fire and shit? That's some kid shit.
Man, the dude is a child.
Yeah, go back.
The man is a grown ass child.
And repuzzle papers and shit, tape it together. Like, what the fuck? I would have quit. Like, man, I ain't got time to take care of this baby.
Man, I ain't got. Because he trying to send everybody to jail. Well, everybody.
You got to run behind him and make sure you don't go to jail. Yeah. Clean up behind his dumb ass. I don't know if you heard.
But another thing about that is, oh yeah, we got to talk about this before we step into that. Is how he's a big show off. He's showing off his fake painting, and if he got them kind of papers with, and it's the word out is he got some letters from Kim Jong-il or Kim Jong-un, one of them dudes from over there in North Korea, and he like to show them off. So if he got this shit sitting around his house, who knows who he let see whatever.
Exactly.
So
you want everybody know he's president one time.
So you know, hey,
man, see, I got this
it's a
right
lot
here.
of people. It's a lot of people that need to be interrogated.
Man. Something about that dude. Man, I'm just hoping everybody wake the fuck up. But 70 million vote for him again. That is some crazy shit.
Hey,
but you got Dwayne Wade changed his son from female, and he changed his name legally. He put in a petition to do that. I don't understand what these two doing. Like every 2 months they doing something. Like what is y'all doing? What is it? I thought y'all already told us. Like, what is this in with you two?
You talking about him and Gabrielle and him and the
these two
the child? Yeah,
him and his son.
It's
like, when do y'all stop this?
Maybe I don't know.
Now you want to change them from male to female on legal documents for what? What?
Maybe he want everybody to think he all inclusive.
You're all inclusive, all right.
Yeah.
Look at his son.
He's a fucking nut.
Look at his son.
Yeah. Look, it's like I don't even want to go there.
But what I'm telling you what's wrong here. He fucking his son up, man. He making his son like his whole life revolved around the sexual shit. He just making it all about that. Like if it's some like whoever fuck how old he is, he's like 13, 14. If he wasn't a fruit bucket, he'd be having them in all types of basketball, football, all types of shit. You feel me?
Right.
Like what is he doing with him? But just keep talking about he gay.
Maybe he's setting him up to join the WNBA.
Never heard him talk about. Holy shit.
Maybe I don't know. You know, hey, look, Dwayne Wade, he be out there in a lot of issues and shit, and half the time I don't be knowing what the hell he be talking about.
He be talking about this all the fucking time.
Now, you know, your son 13, when you say 13, 14, and now you want to change his gender and change his age. Dude,
he just turned 15.
Okay, why don't you let him?
They already did it. They already changed his name and gender Thursday.
But why wouldn't you just let him grow and become an adult and make that decision himself?
Now you get what I'm saying? Now you get what I'm saying. It's like if he wasn't gay, you'll be doing other stuff with your son.
Right.
You feel me? Now you just got him thinking about nothing but gay.
Right.
Oh no, we're gonna do nothing with that. We're gonna change the name today. You know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna go on TV and tell everybody about you. Like, come on, bro.
But what are you gonna change his name to?
I don't know. It's a girlish name, I guess. What was his name anyway?
I don't know.
Zaya?
Something like that. I think it was something with a Z.
So I guess you're gonna change it Zilamina or some shit. You know? Like these motherfuckers tripping me out, bro.
This ain't no shit to be laughing at, but this shit is
it's the stupidest
man,
shit.
What
bro.
is hey look, at some time
he should be ashamed of himself, man.
He should be. You know, look, motherfucking, you can't say nothing about a gay person these days without it being a fucking issue. You know, back in the day and shit, you know, your beliefs, you know, if you don't believe in that shit, you don't believe that shit. Nowadays, you don't believe in it, which I don't believe in it. Fuck y'all. You wrong.
They say you wrong.
They tell you wrong. You know, they want to boycott you, they want to shut you down and all this old other shit. Come on.
They do too much. It's too much involved.
It's doing too much.
It's like a nigga put on girl clothes and do his nails, and then once you call him her,
right?
Like nigga, no, man, stop. Like get mad, motherfucker, don't call him her.
Right. It's like this. That shit, the homosexual agenda is like they're forcing us. They're forcing it on you. They're forcing it on you through the TV shows you watch, the movies and shit you see, and they stick it in everything. even places where the shit don't even supposed to go.
It's the
But
stupidest shit.
they're gonna stick it up in there and shit.
Like, for
And,
example, if a motherfucker gets surgery, put horns on his head, stuck on his top of his fucking head, do you make you call him a cow? Do you start calling this nigga a cow?
No,
you won't do that, right?
I call him what he is, a
you
dumb
just got
motherfucker.
shit hanging out your head. That's it, bro. You're not a cow for real. He supposed to get mad. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
You was born a man. You was born what God intended you to be.
You're not a bull.
You're not a bull. Right. If you was born a man, and God, if God wanted you to have titties, you would have been born with titties.
It's like, I don't give a fuck what you do. It just can't make me say something that ain't there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they can do whatever you gonna do, but don't tell me I gotta call you a girl or her or what the fuck.
Call you shit.
Like,
you know, you was born a dude. Bro. You was born a dude. I'm gonna call you a dude.
Exactly. And I'm not opening the door for you and putting on no chairs for your dumb ass.
Shit, your mama name.
I'm not opening the door for your dumb ass, nigga.
If your mama name you Leroy, I'm gonna call you Leroy.
I'm not putting out no chairs or nothing for your jackass.
Fuck no, I pull that chair from under you and stomp the shit out you.
You know what I'm saying? They heard all that shit, don't give a fuck.
I'm heard and all that old motherfucking shit. You don't use a dude, man. You just decided that you was gonna take, you know, what God made you to be, and you was gonna play God on yourself
on your own
or whatever. No, that ain't how it worked. You know what I'm saying? If you was born a man, if you was created a man, or you was created a woman, I don't care if some doctor over in Switzerland can cut your thing off and give you a coochie, or sew your shit up and give you a thing. You still what you was born at. What your birth certificate says, you are male or female. That's what you was born at. Anything you became in between the time you was born and the time you die, that's on you. That's some shit you decided to do. And that don't mean I got to call you whatever. Well, my name was Sherman. Now my name, you got to call me Shermanina. Nah, your motherfucker, your name was Sherman.
The stupidest shit. That's dumb as shit, yeah.
Motherfuckers is crazy. Good and crazy.
Now, we didn't know that January 6 hearings was going on and shit. Everybody watching those joints. And we found out that we had a traitor for a president at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we do.
But it was a primary that Liz Cheney was in at the same time she was doing these hearings and shit. She was the chair of the hearings. She done lost her race. She won't be in another hearing.
Oh hell! Well, she'll be in till when they get
sworn in. Ain't gonna do nothing but postpone.
She'll be in until January, so she's gonna try to cause already all kind of ruckus till January. That's what she gonna do. She already said, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure Donald Trump never becomes president again. You should. He did everything he did. He could to make sure you ain't a senator no more. You ain't a representative.
Hell yeah, he motherfucking backed the candidate that beat the shit out of him.
Right.
Most of his candidates have been winning too.
Yeah, but that's in red states. In blue states, they get ass whooped. But see,
that's gonna be automatic.
Yeah. See, Wyoming is a deep red state though, so you know he got a lot of supporters out there. But then again, it's kind of surprising though, because that's where her and her father, Dick Cheney, you know, Trump just came in there and beat the shit out y'all, and had a candidate beat the shit out y'all in y'all own state.
Yeah, she is a Trump-backed candidate. Beat Liz Cheney at home. Remember, her fucking father was a vice president. She supposed to blew everybody out the water, bro.
Right.
So this tells me that even though Trump ain't there, he still got power up in this thing.
Hell yeah, because it's still, the Republican Party is still Trump's party. You know,
clear.
Trump took over that party.
It's still clear.
He took over, and he
the Cheney crowd
relinquished.
don't exist.
He
no
ain't
more.
relinquished his grip. You know, he changed that party. He changed that party for the worse.
Definitely did.
He did that.
It's still in transformation as we speak, though.
Yeah.
It's still in transformation from a more moderate type of Republican that's just tamper with the racism. Don't really go all the way into it. Just do this the whistles that we was you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all hear it loud. They do the whistles. He stopped doing the whistles.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
He just transformed that party into an extreme. I mean, in my opinion, being a Democrat, they was already extreme, but he just took them so far right and so far racist. It's just, and how a lot of people don't see it, and you try not to put all conservatives or all white people in the same basket. True. But it's hard to when you give your heart and soul and you support this dude with all your heart and soul, not to put you in that basket that he created. And the first thing you think of when you think of this dude, especially if you're black, well, I'm gonna rephrase that. Especially if you black and got some damn sense. The first thing you see is he a bigot.
True.
And oh man.
Now, Shawty is a motherfucker, a water and natural resources attorney who Donald Trump endorsed early in the race. Of course, he don't like Cheney, this Cheney and shit. See, me personally, as a person that don't like Republicans and never did, it's hard for me to like the ones that wake up and start doing things right for a minute. I don't give a fuck. Right. You feel me? Because you're still a problem. Right.
Because you had the voice and you had the power
to stop it from the beginning.
And let this shit go as far as it went. And I agree with you totally on that. Don't come late to the party. After basically what you're trying to do is save the Republican Party. You don't give a fuck about black people. You don't give a fuck about Latino people. You don't give a fuck about minorities, period. You don't give a fuck about the hood. You don't give a fuck about the urban centers in this country. What you're trying to do is you're trying to save the Republican Party. You're trying to save conservatism, however you define it. You're trying to save it from Trump.
Exactly.
That's what you're trying to do. But you should be honest about it.
I mean, it done got too far. Now, it started off, y'all got to remember, people don't understand this transition. It was always a party where, like, a Bush type of person could be president. Like, Bush was like as extreme as they would go. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's so extreme that the parties are so far apart. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just crazy now how extreme they are.
Like with W, or what, 44? Yeah, W. I don't agree. I didn't agree with his policy. But with 44, I don't like Bush didn't come to like Bush as a president. I just liked him as a person because that motherfucker cracked me up.
He was funny as fuck. Yeah.
He was funny as hell, and he had no cut card. And he didn't have no cut card with anybody who tried to do any harm to this country. I give him that. I didn't agree with his policies. I thought his policies was some shit. But him as a person, he was one that I could never say, could look at it and say, if somebody said, well, he a racist, I would, W's not a racist. You can look at his cabinet with the Colin Powell.
I don't know. This is why I always say it is a difference, because to me, like in the time frame, you look at it as a racist, right? But as time went on, you realize he's just a bigot. He's not really a racist. Like, to me, a racist act out on the bigotry. Like, they do things then. They try to stop shit. They try to do things off their bigotry and shit. A bigot person just bigot They just don't be around black people. Just don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't do things that had nothing to do with you. They don't care. They ain't gonna do nothing to hurt you. You feel me?
Right.
You feel me? Bush was a person that don't give a fuck about you. He just ain't gonna do nothing to hurt you though. You
Right.
feel me?
But I you know,
the racist is a motherfucker that is a bigot, but gonna do things to hurt the people they bigotry are against.
Right. But with Bush, you know, he did put, you know, your Condoleezza Rice's, your Colin Powell's, and he did some other things. You know, he did some other things.
He was a bigot though.
But yeah, he's not. I don't put him in the
class. I never saw him as a racist.
As a racist.
Trump is a racist.
Trump is a fucking racist.
To me, Bush was a bigot.
And go back to,
and he got soft over his period of time as being president too. He wasn't as bigot as he was at the beginning. I think after Katrina kind of softened him up too.
And I think if he had the chance, he would love to hit Michelle Obama. He was always giving her candy and shit. Every time you see him together, he was always digging in his pocket, giving her candy and shit.
Now you see what I'm saying? How Obama can be friends with him because he was a Republican that just had different philosophies. He didn't do anything to hurt you. You feel me? Like
same with Clinton, the Clinton and the Bushes. You know, the policies didn't get in the way. You know, they could come out and disagree on how shit should be done.
Exactly.
But it wasn't personal.
So then you can still have respect for that person because he know that person ain't not trying to hurt you. They just disagree with you. You feel me?
Now see that fucking Trump. Now it was just personal.
Oh, he just
it was more than it was past personal. It was because of skin tone, ethnicity, everything played a part in everything that Trump did.
That's true. He thought from a bigger standpoint. That's what I'm saying.
Right. It was race played a part in everything.
Exactly.
You bigot asshole.
Now, like I told you from the beginning, that Herschel Walker will run 100 miles and running from all debates. Not doing it. not doing it. Nope. Hey, you ever seen a state? That movie, Head of State? And man wanted to debate that thing. He kept running from. Man, he kept popping up out the bushes and shit all over. Hey, debate. Nope, I don't want. He pop out the
this Negro, Herschel Walker. Oh my God.
Debate me.
This nigga said he don't want to be in the debates, or he not gonna debate Warnock because everybody gonna be watching Sunday Night Football. But the damn debate is on a Thursday. Dude,
he don't want to debate.
He don't want it.
Bruh, he don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
Like all Republicans that they put up. They don't know nothing.
Any way he can find out not to put his dumbness on display. He gonna find a way not to. He is not gonna put that dumbness out there.
No, he's not going on the debates.
No,
same way Trump tried to cut out all the debates because they don't study. No, they don't have time for that shit. They run around the country and just talk on the mic. They ain't got no time to go. You gotta study for debates. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really go back to school.
Oh yeah, you got that shit. Hey, if you go to debate, you got to get your mind right.
What about Trump trying to cut the shit to one debate? Like, what the fuck, nigga? What's wrong with debating?
Hey, and his man Pence is in Iowa pumping up candidates that are not Trump candidates. And they say it's the first sign.
You know what they need?
Not even the first sign that he's running, that he's going to put his name in for the 2024 nomination.
They need Republicans need somebody to run against Trump, right? They need this right now. Their party's fucked up. It's split in the middle.
Toe down.
They need somebody to run against Trump that's completely different, probably a type of Bush type person. And let us see what happens. They need to see what happened with their party at, bro. And if the Bush type person get their ass blown out,
but see,
that person is not in this party no more.
But the Bush type person that they had, Trump destroyed. You know, it was supposed to have been Jed.
Now all those Republicans, like Jeb Bush and all them, It's nowhere for them to go. That's why you keep hearing people. We start a new party and all that because they can't even be Republicans no more. Because Republican Party is now full blown racist.
Oh, and speaking of new parties,
Full blown.
let me get your. Hey, speaking of new parties, let me get your opinion on Andrew Yang and this forward party he's starting or involved with.
Yeah, we talked about that before. That's what I was saying about him and Shorty that he started with. They had no plan. It's just, bruh, all you doing is nothing at all. Because all you're gonna do is get a candidate and cipher off something from somebody else. Because all issues have 2 ways to solve them. It's not 3 ways to solve things, bruh. You feel me? It's like, come on, man. You gonna do it
It's never
conservative
gonna
way?
be.
We're gonna do it the non-conservative way. There's nothing in
It's
between
never gonna
to do that.
And like we were saying when it was brought up, it's never gonna be 3 ways to solve it because look, you could come out with a third party if you want to, but that's the only thing that Republicans and Democrats are going to agree on is we're gonna squash this third party before it even gets started.
What issue can you do that's different? Like nothing. Either going like you take guns. Which how you solve it? Your third party. Let me hear it. It's gonna be part of something Republican or Democrat said. Right. So you're not gonna be doing nothing different.
Right.
You're just wasting time, nigga. Run for president or something. Or get the fuck out of there and go back to college and teach us.
Yeah, no, but Andrew Yang tried to run for president. Remember, he was gonna get every citizen $1,000.
$1,000 and shit. Like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, really? Okay.
You know how broke we have been if he was president and he gave everybody $1,000 in the pandemic in 2 years? Everybody been fucking in a shelter. Fucking with this food. No, I be saying real important who the president is, whether you like these foods or not. You need somebody there that's competent, at least have some type of feelings about people in general, how they living. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because you got somebody that don't give a fuck about people, why are they president? You know what I'm saying? And you just had one that ain't give a fuck about a soul. And if you're black, you really don't give. He won't step on you then.
About nothing.
You black, you come from shithole country.
Zilch.
You come from the shittiest shithole country on earth.
Shittiest shithole country on earth. The son of a bitch.
Motherfuckers silly as shit, bro. I'm amazed how people still like this clown. We'll never figure that out. We can't crack those nuts because they actually nuts. They actually walnuts. What the fuck is going on, yeah? Now, I know everybody by now heard about the fucking pastor that called his congregation cheap. Now, one thing about motherfuckers pastors, I grew up in basically doing everything in church and shit. Like I was in there Wednesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, Fridays. It was all Bible studies. I was in there all the time. Where the church was like on top of our block. And she used to be in church all the time and shit. She used to make me go with her and shit. I was in all types of shit, you know what I'm saying? But I know church. And I always had the feeling like something about this dude up there, man. It ain't clicking with me. You know what I'm saying, man? But our deacon, he wasn't real flashy, but he had the caddies. One thing about the deacons, they all had the caddies though. You know what I'm saying? But this pastor here in general, one day in his congregation, got mad at the congregation because he wanted some type of luxury watch, right? And he looked in his motherfucking basket and realized he ain't gonna be able to get it. You realize, dang, that's not enough for my luxury watch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my good, this nigga right here is ignorant. How you gonna get out there and call your congregation broke and busted because they ain't buy you a watch? Nigga, please.
You can't get no funnier than that.
Hey,
you can't.
No, my problem with this is with him is it ain't him. What it is him, but it's Not a single person got up out that congregation and walked out, because I'd have walked out so fast and told Slim about himself. Nigga, you great.
ASAP. Now, this him in the
dead wrong.
congregation right now.
You think he Creflo.
And these pastors starting to trip me out all over this country. But let's hear how he said this.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no more excuses about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here. Y'all hear from y'all pastor and father, I'm over y'all. I'm over your cheap expressions. See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me.
Jesus.
I'm not worth your McDonald's money.
McDonald's money?
I'm not worth your Red Lobster money.
Red Lobster?
I ain't worth your St. John knit.
Did you
y'all
say
can't afford
preach?
it no how.
Yeah.
I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton.
And go. Come on.
I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci.
Huh?
Mother, oh, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon Ian, it's not with respect and won't. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God has found out that Movado.
Hold up, bruh, hold up. What the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, when I seen that,
what the fuck that was, young.
Hey, when I seen that, man, my jaw hit the ground.
What are you talking about?
That nigga's ignorant.
That nigga said, I'm not worth your lobster tonight. Your
right.
McDonald's.
He worse than when Creflo was trying to get that plane.
What just happened, bruh? Then you had people say, yes, Jesus. Jesus, yes.
Preach.
Keep going,
that
baby.
Preach.
That
ain't preaching, bruh.
Preach. That's got to be somebody that already put too much money in as it is. Probably the motherfucker only put money in it. Like, preach, baby. I don't know what the fuck. I'm the only one put money in it. Preach.
Right.
Fuck wrong with you.
Get your watch. So what, nigga? You want to watch? Buy a watch.
Preach. Fuck around. I ain't gonna be the only one put money in it. Preach.
Your congregation.
Yes, Jesus.
Your congregation. Look.
Yes,
Jesus. Your tithes and your offerings are not to support.
What how he link those things to a watch?
Right.
He shouldn't have done that from the beginning.
He think that tithes and offerings are to support.
It has nothing to do with your watch.
It's not nothing to do with your watch. Your tithes and your offerings are to support the church, and what the church does to support the community.
Like,
and support the congregation.
Like you supposed to be throwing some motherfucking cookouts,
right?
And some baseball teams for the kids and shit like that. That's what that's for, you jackass.
Right. You want your congregation to give up money to buy you a watch. Why, if you wanted your congregation to give up money for something, it should be to support the poor, to support programs within the church community. I'd have cussed his ass out.
Bruh, he directly linked it to he need a watch. He linked. Y'all don't understand what he just did. No. Like, that has nothing to do. You ain't supposed to tell me about. No. Those two things don't go in the same sentence. When you pass that basket around, you start telling me you're trying to get a watch. Nah, that don't go together. What you tell me that for? Like, what?
And unlike Trump, I can hold it the right side up. You see this right here? This is the Holy Bible. This is all 66 books. This is my Schofield Bible. You see, even got my name on it. I've read this several times in 4 or 5 different translations, and nowhere in it. I can go to the 10 Commandments right now, and nowhere does it say, "Thou shalt buy my pastor a watch. Thou shalt supply my pastor a plane." No, it does not. Dude, you need to read this. You need to read this, and you need to live this.
ASAP.
Because what you did was wrong. And if you don't know what it means, come holler at me. Hey, I'm not Jimmy Swaggart, but I think I could teach you something.
Bro, first of all, he being real disrespectful to everybody that's in that congregation, bro. For them to be singing, yeah, hey, but ain't nothing we can say then. Like they like it there. You know what I'm saying? That's not our thing. To get in the middle and say y'all wrong.
Right. You sit there and your congregation.
Hold on, he
people you are-
apologized. Hold on,
Yeah, he
he
apologized. He
apologized.
apologized. That's because he got that backlash behind it. But
Of course, he gonna apologize. Yeah.
please, yeah, then you're gonna apologize. But these are people you're supposed to be leading, and you're supposed to be leading to according to the word of God or the word of Jesus Christ through the teachings of Jesus Christ. Dude, you are wrong, wrong, wrong.
First of all, we already made clear that congregation money is not personal. All right, so he connected the two personal things, right?
Right.
We don't heard how he was talking. I just wondered how he about to talk now and what he about to say. What would be your excuse to link those two things? I would love to hear this. I can't wait. You already heard it?
Nah, I haven't heard about it.
Oh, okay, all right.
I have no need to
I'm
hear
just,
about it.
I want to imagine what can you say?
Yeah, because this was, I mean, forgiveness.
My name
I
is
know what forgiveness
Carlton
is.
Thunderberg. I'm the senior pastor of Church of the Well right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I want to take this moment to address the now viral video clip of me from a sermon given August the 7th, 2022. Though there is context behind the content of the clip, no context will suffice to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words. I've spoken to those I am accountable to and have received their correction and instruction. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. I'm privileged to do life with them. The video clip does not reflect my heart or my sentiments toward God's people, yet that's not discernible in the clip. Therefore, I offer this sincere apology to you today. No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who have been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words. The zeal of any presentation must be tempered with love and respect, and that was not displayed. I apologize to the church at large for any undue scrutiny I have subjected you to. I apologize to every preacher and pastor who must stand up under the controversy that I have caused. To those who know and love me, thank you for your support. To those who now know me, because of this video clip, I regret that your first impression of me is one of anger, hate, and resentment. My actions and my words are inexcusable. I offer no justification or defense. That moment was mishandled and mismanaged. I deeply regret this moment, and I solicit your prayers and your forgiveness as we grow forward. Thank you. God bless you. Go with God, and He'll go with you.
Woo! See, what happened was, this is what happened. When that video went viral, you see other pastors got in his ass.
That's true.
And he was getting to the point that it was probably people in that congregation that seen it probably afterwards and was like, what? And and people wanted to leave the church, which would cost him money, because for him to go on a rant like that and call this congregation what he called his congregation, he's about money. It ain't about leading your people. It ain't about the salvation of your congregation and leading your people down the road, the road to God's kingdom, whatever. It's with him, it's about money. And when if people leave the church or other churches You know, like man, we got to distance ourselves from you. We can't deal with you. He's gonna lose money, which is what he's about. But
Exactly.
you know,
That's all he about.
that's all he about. You know, because it's not about your congregation buying you a watch. It's about you saving the souls of your congregation and preparing them to enter into the kingdom of God. And if that's not what you about, then dude, you need to go into another business where it's all about money.
You know, well said for sure. Cause he in the wrong business. Same thing I be saying about politicians is like you're in the wrong business if you're not in it for the caring or to help people. Like you're doing the wrong
Right.
things for money.
And
These
yeah,
ain't the things you do to get money. You're not supposed to use these
right.
things for that.
Yeah. I mean, and politicians are paid handsomely. And you know, we know that they get a lot of opportunities
You can
that
use
ain't
it to get
afforded
more
to
money.
normal people. And you know,
Ask Manchin.
and they usually leave office much richer than much more wealthy than what they entered. So, but if you're not doing it for the good of your people, the good of your community, the good of your country, then just like what I said about him, this pastor, you need to go into another business because this business ain't that you in the wrong business. You should be in a money making business.
Because that's the only thing for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
I don't know about your man Al Sharpton, who's a preacher himself.
hey, you got Big Al with the big James Brown perm.
Al, man, that's my boy though.
Yeah,
Real don't fuck with him.
Dude, Rail fuck
Radical
with anybody.
Real don't fuck with him.
Dude, hey, Rail don't fuck with nobody that got sense.
He don't. He just like
he just
people, bro.
He just want to be he just want to be a voice of dissension. Hey, Rail, you need to cut that shit out, man.
He don't like Jesse Jackson.
How the fuck you don't like
I don't
Jesse?
get it, you know? Nah, he really don't fuck with either one of these two. But one man right here on a nice diet, and he said he don't eat number one motherfucking meal a day. Like, bro, you gotta eat more than that.
I don't know about all that.
You gotta eat more than that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like you better when you was big too, bro.
Yeah,
you was cool as shit.
When Slim slapped shit out of him on the Morton Downey Jr. show,
he was way cool.
I was gonna get him though.
Who?
Roy Ennis slapped the shit out of Al Sharpton on the Morton Downey Jr. show.
That was my show.
Oh
too.
Man, yeah, you gotta go back and dig that up. It's Al Sharpton and Roy Ennis. That was hilarious. Then they agreed to do a charity boxing match. Al told him, "I'm gonna give you a righteous ass whooping."
One thing about that show, what show was that?
Morton Downey Jr.
That was my joint back then, bro.
Was it?
Everybody don't know.
Was
He's like one of the beginning of the wild ass TV show.
Hey, him and Geraldo, they would brought all that wild ass crazy shit into to talk shows. Him and Geraldo, that's when it really got wild. Phil Donahue to a certain extent.
Yeah. Geraldo for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Geraldo used to get his ass beat.
There it is. Look at that.
Geraldo used to get his ass beat all the time.
Oh man, them skinheads tore his ass up.
Remember somebody hit him in the nose with a chair and shit?
It was skinheads.
And she was made all over with feces. Lie. Yeah, that's a lot of crap. Now, look, brother, you have your time. That's a lot of crap. Brother,
Whoa!
Get him out of here. God bless you and thank you for being right there. Make it easy. I'm going to make it easy, all right? I said to myself, this has gone too far now. This is only a fucking talk show. What the fuck is wrong with me? Give me an open mic.
Fucking wrong with you?
County was saying to the audience,
We're not going to give the press a chance to
say that we're a bunch of videos.
Wait.
Brother, you have your time.
Whoa. Whoa, where you going, bro? Oh, hey, ow. Damn, bro. Damn, ow. You got tossed up out of the motherfucking joint, yeah?
Yeah.
He didn't get a chance to talk.
Nope. Around that crazy ass Roy Ennis. And I
see how big he is?
I don't think it was. Was that over Tawana Brawley?
I don't know.
Because
they
that's what
about
really
some shit.
Yeah, because that would really put when Al was out there in that Tawana Brawley situation. That's what really he was really on a lot of talk shows, and it would really, really, really put him out there. He was wearing them sweatsuits all the time and shit.
He was huge.
Huge.
Right there, he was huge.
He like Grimace from the McDonald's commercials.
But I follow him on Instagram though. He do be exercising every morning shit, in the gym. Man, he had a health scare too.
Yeah. He had to, man. You know, he got older. He had to lose all that weight.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
You got something to say before we get out of here this week?
This week, you know, I ain't got too much to say. I'm just saying, you know, y'all people out there, all our people out there, hey, y'all need to pay attention. Keep paying attention if you're paying attention. And if you ain't paying attention, you need
tune
to
in.
Pay a little attention and tune in. And tune in to us, you know what I'm saying? If you want to know what's really going on and you don't understand, we'll break it down for you. Tune in to Hood View Politics.
Deep detail dive for sure.
We give you a deep detailed dive, and we will give it to you in a manner and language and understanding that we know our people, you know, can understand. And we know that y'all can, you know, y'all feel it. A lot of people don't fully understand what they're saying, but you know, over the years, you know, we learn to read between the lines. So if you need your political translator, yeah, tune in every Tuesday night to your political translators.
Yeah,
and we got you covered.
Damn show. And he got all doors open for anybody disagree with this thing.
All doors open.
For
if
sure.
you want to come on in, hey, the lights is on for you. And until Tuesday, peace out. Oh yeah. And this Tuesday, we got a new look coming.
Yeah. So yeah, every Tuesday for sure. You know what I'm saying, dog? We always peep in sometime like this. You know, see what's going on.
We are the booty call of podcasts. We told y'all never know, but we will pop up getting that ass.
Yeah, talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view.